Okay, so to everybody asking um, for our status, we are in the middle of regrouping and explaining more of the things that happened to us in the Bundist movement. Currently, Donna Newman is sick again. I'd rather not say how, but I'm sure she will be fine. Um, I am relatively okay. Um, Dr. Weisfeld, I believe, is relatively okay, I think. I can't say much more beyond that. There's some matters of personal security we have to worry about. Getting on to the topic, the first thing that we are looking at here is a picture of the last post from the main page of the Libria Consolidation Party. The Libria Consolidation Party had two pages and two groups. I do believe the two groups are still around. Now, this is all on Facebook. Two Facebook pages and two Facebook groups. Again, I'm pretty sure that the two Facebook groups are still up, but the two Facebook pages have, I'm pretty sure, been deleted. I don't know if it's because they were reported or shut down. I'm guessing shut down, given what is written here. So the last post on the main page says that they have an emergency meeting by their vanguard, and you see this, and they seem to be very upset with Donna Newman. Now, what to give this context, what had been going on prior to all this is that several different anarchists and a bunch of angry Marxist-Leninists, as well as members of the People's Social Freedom Movement, were trying to oust and expose this nefarious Trotskyist group. We are hoping that other Trotskyist groups will denounce them. This is because of the work of Donna Newman. She managed to expose them. She started using an alias because they were originally kind of onto her personally or something like that. And I might have the facts fudged, but anyway, she had a couple Facebook accounts to spy on them, and eventually she would always get found out. But she ended up collecting enough data, and she had a computer crash some time ago, and therefore she had lost all the screenshots. But she knew how to find these groups and these pages, and she directed Abdul Irshad of the People's Social Freedom Movement to screenshot everything. And she was guiding him through this, and he took all these pictures you're seeing. So, they also had an issue not just with the People's Social Freedom Movement and the Bundist movement. They had a particular issue with some Stalin tribute pages. They're Marxist-Leninist pages that deal in defending the reputation of Joseph Stalin, also making satirical jokes and promoting anti-fascism, and sometimes giving out different types of information. Donna Newman worked really hard in this, so I hope everybody sees this. Also Abdul Irshad, because he took the pictures initially. So this last post links to a group. The group here is called Anti-Semitism. You can see that it mentions update 2019, as they could see that people were onto them. And this group links to two other groups, one called Judeophobia and one called Islamophobia. This is the Judeophobia group. Sora Larson, Rich Siegel, and Yosef Leon are the admins in this one. It also has the update 2019, so you can see that they knew people were onto them, so they were seeking that their organization would continue, and it does continue, sadly. The next group, Islamophobia, pretty much the same thing. It has the update to 2009. It says they're nonsense. Now, there are three front groups. This is also where they get their recruits. They weed out which ones are compatible with their actual activity, which is what the Libria Consolidation Party does. They promote communist theory Trotsky's communist theory, which is extremely on the fringe, which I would highly, highly be skeptical that other Trotskyist groups would go along with this at all. This first front group, which is the largest and most influential, is called the Revolutionary Tendency. I don't know much about the other admin, but I know quite a bit to more or less about Stephen Argue. Stephen Argue has quite a bit of influence. I think that his influence has been slightly diminished, but he still maintains quite a bit of audience and influence. So this is the first front group and the one with the most numbers in it, and most recruits come through this, the Revolutionary Tendency, which again, this is a front group. So this is mostly what the public sees. The second front group with the second large amount of numbers and the second amount of influence is On the Masada 2000 SHIT list and loving it. It is run by Rich Siegel. The third front group, which used to have something around 150 members and is now down to 13 members, is Christian Secularism. The admin and the one running it all is Doug Hembrough. And this is the same Doug Hembrough that some people have said is friends with Jimmy Carter, and yes, that is true. He's friends with Jimmy Carter. If you notice the bizarre description, it says red letter Christianity only. Christian secularism in the context of Marxism is the only way to fix the ills of humanity. What's funny about this, though, is that this is liberation theology, and I've known active Christian socialist groups, and they were founded on liberation theology. Liberation theology has Marxist roots, and so the Libria Consolidation Party being Marxist because being Trotskyist was making Marxist, why would you be against liberation theology if you did that? I mean, it's, of course, cutting out religion in favor of spirituality might make sense. Spirituality is known to be a weird thing that invokes populism. I would take a atheist that kept his religion over a spiritual person any day, and I'd even take an atheist who has no concern of religion over a spiritual person. Spirituality is for kindergartners in the form of adults. This is the main group, which links to the main page. The main page is no longer around. The secondary group also linked to the secondary page. The secondary group is also still up, as I understand, but like the main page, the secondary page is gone. So there you have it. This is what the Libria Consolidation Party is.